sunny San Diego, bringing you greetings from the Research Lodge number 147, working up under the most wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, ancient free and accepted Masons. For those of you who have been trying to become members of the Research Lodge through the the website. If you're trying to become members of the Research Lodge through the website, please email me at jgjafam@yahoo.com. Let this helicopter fly over. Once again, if you're trying to become members of the John G. Jones Research Lodge, please hit me up at jgjafam@yahoo.com. And we're going to need proof of membership as far as being a Mason. Then we would then in turn give you interest give you interest into the Research Lodge 147, where we have documents and various things like that that you can pull from. Okay? So look, with that being said, today's topic, we're going to talk about the Great Masonic Alliance. And you're probably wondering, what is the Great Masonic Alliance? Well, the Great Masonic Alliance is an alliance of various grand lodges from around the world. Most of these grand lodges are located in South America. Quite a few are over in Europe. However, the Great Masonic Alliance gives a Masonic institution, jurisdiction, a opportunity to fellowship with grand lodges from around the world, where you are able to work on amenities, Masonic unity. It's something great to be part of, and as a member of the Grand Lodges, the Great Grand Lodges of Alliance, is beautiful. I mean, to be able to communicate with various Grand Lodges from around the world, those who I've had that opportunity to be on Zoom with, and really open that communication door for our jurisdiction, really had helped us to spread our wings and to form those relationships beyond the United States. Greetings everybody who's coming on. I certainly appreciate you. Please hit the like button. This Grand Masonic Alliance, what it has done for John G. Jones Grand Lodge, it has opened Masonic doors that was not there for us, as far as with other Masonic jurisdictions from around the world. In the Great Masonic Alliance, there's over 100 other Grand Lodges from around the world that are a part of this. It's over 100. And with this and with that, you have a greater respect for the Masonic order. It goes beyond your mainstream Masonic body. It goes beyond the UGLE and Scotland and France. It goes beyond that. And when you are able to see it from that perspective, Masonry becomes a lot bigger than just those talking points of the UGLE, France, Scotland, and those prominent countries that you hear about. It goes far beyond that. Is that my grand matron again? Oh Lord, I had a great time with her yesterday. We finalized our contract for the Supreme Council that's going to be coming up. Before I go on, I'm gonna put this little shot in. You know, we're having our annual United Supreme Council setting. It's going to be in Long Beach, California. If you are interested in participating and coming through and fellowshipping with us, you're certainly welcome to do so. Please hit me up at jgjafam@yahoo.com. You're certainly welcome to come through and fellowship with us. Once you inform us that that's something you would like to do, we don't mind fellowshipping. Also, during this time, we're going to have our state night, which is going to be Thursday. Looking forward to it. We're going to have our midnight at the Oasis. I can't wait for that. We got a lot of things that's coming up at our Supreme session. It's going to be held October the 19th through the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be at the Golden Sails hotel in Long Beach, California. The rooms are going fast, so we just gonna get. I just want to put that in there, just real quick, like boom, you know. So definitely loving that. So back to the topic at hand, the Great Masonic Alliance. Uh, you can find they have mixed lodges, they have female lodges, they have all of that. If you choose to have communication with mixed lodges, male and female, you can do that. If you choose to have conversations or interaction with female Masons, you can do that. You don't have to. The Great Masonic Alliance gives you that opportunity to broaden or to have more amenities with various jurisdictions from around the world. That's what it does. And in various jurisdictions or various grand lodges have their conferences, they have their sessions, and you get invited to these sessions when you are in amity with them, knowing that you are part of the same structure as far as that is concerned. You get invited, and that's a beautiful thing. So with that being said, it's something to look forward to. It's when you're talking to other Masons from across the pond, I have to use my translator a lot of times. It really helps in understanding what they're saying because their English is not as good. Hell, my English ain't good at times. So it really helps, and I can say a lot about that. That's the beauty that I've found in the Masonic Alliance, the Great Masonic Alliance. You can go to their website, the Great Masonic Alliance. You'll see it here, and you will see all of the Masonic jurisdictions that are a part of it. You know, when you see that, then you can be like, wow, okay, I can get with that, and that's something special. Also, while I'm on that same topic, I want to definitely say that we're going to be resuming our private Zoom with those who want to participate in that, where we get into further discussions on Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star. So private Zoom, you only get the invite when you are asked, and you have to show that you are Eastern Star. Or when we do it for Mason, you have to show that you are a Mason. We do private Zooms, and that's, because everyone wants to go a little bit farther than what I talk about on here. So, I'm trying to get my Grand Matron to participate in some of this, but she be like, no, I just tell you what you're doing wrong after, after you get done. But it's lovely. On the other hand, back to the Masonic Alliance, I don't want to get too far off the topic. The Masonic Alliance, when you go onto their website, they do offer membership to your Grand Lodge. You do have to submit an application. You do have to answer some questions that they're going to be asking. And once your application has been submitted, they're going to check you out. They're going to call you. They're going to, they're going to want to know your membership. They're going to want to know how long you've been around. There's some things that they're going to want to know when you are seeking membership as a Grand Lodge to the Great Masonic Alliance. And it's something that I've really enjoyed. I don't know how many of my members actually go by their website and communicate with some of the ones that are in there, but I do it as often as I can. I email out, I get in contact with various Grand Masters and members from around the world. And that's the beauty of being part of something bigger than where you're at. The Great Masonic Alliance allows that. There's also another organization out there, the Calypso. They're the same way. I mean, they are a huge organization. The Calypso, I think it's the Calypso Society, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to get the former president of the Calypso Society to come on with me and have that conversation. Also, next Wednesday evening, I have the National Grand Master of PHO would be on. National Grand Master Cedric Lewis said that, hey, brother, you know what? You want me back on? Yes, I do. So he's going to be coming on back on next Wednesday. Looking forward to that conversation. I believe that the more you open the door for communications, you open the door to do something great, great things will follow. The more you open the door to do great things will follow. And that's what we're doing here. We're opening the door to do great things. We don't want to just sit idly by and say, oh, this is who we are. No, we don't want to do that. Not here. Not in this jurisdiction. Not with my grandmaster or anyone that's in here. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to say more than just, oh, this is it. No. We want to be able to offer our members and those who want to be part of our organization something more than just, oh, I'm a member of this jurisdiction. No. We want you to enjoy masonry by being able to communicate with foreign grand lodges, being able to actually go and have that fellowship. You know, Grandmaster Diamond of the Most Worshipful King Solomon Grand Lodge, he's always reached out to me, and we've always had open communications. And with several other grandmasters, Grandmaster Kelly out of Arkansas, uh, and just a brotherhood of what Freemasonry should look like, should be like. And when you are able to open that door and great things follow because you're trying to do great things, it's a world of a difference. It is truly a world of a difference. My grand matron and I, along with Sister Sadler, we yesterday at our fellowship, it's a different feel now for us. We've been around for a long time. We was talking yesterday, my grand matron and I, and we discovered that we was getting our degrees almost at the same time. When she became a daughter of the Sphinx, I was becoming a Shriner at the West Coast Assembly. And when I got my 33rd, she was getting her Rose of the Seven Seals. And we have traveled this road now for 30 some odd years. We've had I've had my 33rd now going on 20, I think it was 22 years or something like that. And she's had hers at the same time. So it's a beautiful thing now that we're both sitting in leadership in our state. We can look back and say, look, for those who have shown us a path, a direction, we can look back and reflect and say, wow, what would they do now? How would they think now? Because those giants that was in our jurisdiction is now gone. Be it Anna Cook, Sister Ann Crenshaw, um, who else was out there? Most excellent Rose from up in Oakland. I can't think of her name right now. Oh man, she probably gonna beat me up in my dream or something. But there are many of them who've come along and really paved a path. Brother Esau E. Baxter out of Massachusetts, who's the past Grand Master of Harriman Grand Lodge of Massachusetts, a mentor of mine. George R. Adams, a mentor of mine. Brother Smiley, a mentor of mine. I mean, there are many who have come along who have mentored me. William R. Daines, past Most Recent Sovereign Grand Commander, a mentor. Charles H. Nelson, a mentor. Uh, those are mentors of mine who've come along and said, go. They didn't go, do it. And that's what we need in Freemasonry. We need mentors who's going to tell the youngsters to go. You're going to make mistakes along the way. Don't worry about that. Learn from them and continue to march forward. And this is what we've done here. This is why we've opened up communications and became members of the Great Masonic Alliance. This gives us that broader feel, of 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 the Brotherhood of Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Stars. I want to welcome everybody coming on and thank you for coming and joining me today. Greetings from the Grand Lodge of Kentucky. How you doing, Brother Smith? Appreciate you coming on. Excuse me. So this is where we're at today. And I would tell you to build an alliance with other Masonic jurisdictions, other brothers outside of your jurisdiction. Build that Masonic relationship because you're never going to know where you're going to find yourself at. because even in my travels, I try to do that across the board. And now, at once upon a time in my Thundercat years, when I was gun ho, I mean fully gun ho, man, you know, I had that zeal. I still have it, but it's tapered now. You know, we talk about being cautious and things like that, but my zeal for the organization is more mature now. When I was a Thundercat, you what? Oh yeah, I was one of them dudes. You know, oh, you a Mason? Da 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 da. Yeah, I was that guy, and I'm quite sure. Greetings from the most universal Grand Lodge, in Louisiana. Welcome, brothers. Welcome. How you doing? Davenport, what's going on with you? I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I was that Thundercat. But as I matured and I wanted to really get a feel for Freemasonry and what it is, I had to taper back a little bit. I had to come full circle, and I believe I've actually done that, come full circle, to where I'm able to see it from a different perspective, and not just one-sided. A lot of times we only see it one-sided. We only see it one-sided a lot of times, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Really, that's not how it's supposed to be. But that's what happens, because we become so locked in to where we're at, and we don't understand how big Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star is. Introduction on how to join the Zoom. Okay, so if you want to join the Zoom, you're going to email me at jgjafam@yahoo.com. Email me there. Let me know what jurisdiction you are a member of, your Grand Lodge, your Grand Chapter, depends on the Zoom. And let us, you got to prove that you are who you say you are with your membership card. And then when we get ready to have the Zoom, we'll let you know like a few days ahead of time and the time of the Zoom and the conversation. So you'll have all of that ahead of time, where if you have questions and things like that you want to ask, we'll get right in. We'll get right on it. That's how we're going to work that. So, and by the way, I just did an interview with, I want to say the name of that podcast was Point on the Square, something like that. Just did a little podcast with them, and it was pretty interesting, pretty nice. Um, Herons from the most official Prince Hall Grand Lodge, First District. I want to say that's Texas, TMS number 48. All right, First District, welcome aboard. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Now, as we get into the Grand Masonic Alliance, it's similar to a General Grand Masonic Congress. It's similar to the Grand Lodges of North America. It's similar to that. The only difference is you're not caught in a money thing. It's not about money. Being a part of the Grand Lodge, being a part of the Great Masonic Alliance, it's not about money. It doesn't cost you anything to be part of this alliance. What it does is it gives you the opportunity to develop relationships beyond your borders. And that's what I like about it. That's what I enjoy about it, is being able to dive right into it, have a great Masonic relationship with other brothers from across the waters, use my translator to communicate, and even get invitations to their sessions. Grandmaster George out of Brazil, he and I have been really communicating quite often, and their session is going to be coming up. And to get that communication is a beautiful thing from other foreign dignitaries, and to be able to share that with your jurisdiction, and this is where that comes into play for me. I can't speak for other brothers of the craft or sisters, but Masonry being as big as it is, as broad as it is, and everybody is not going to get along. Let me tell you this right now. Everyone is not going to get along. However, when you yourself develop these relationships, it's a little bit different than anything else, because it's a relationship that you have developed, and that's the beauty of it all. So I try to uh, uh, expand on that. I try to give just as it's been given to me as a brother of the craft, and give that next brother that experience. Not to cut him down, not to cut her down, but to give them the experience of being accepted and being respected and not just tolerated as a brother and sister. You know, when you do that, it changes the whole dynamic. And the Great Masonic Alliance does that. It does that. You know, uh, the United is there's another organization that we are part of, and I'll be doing something on them. It's a the United Supreme Councils, and this is where all of the Supreme Councils from various places around the world come together uh, and have open forum and discussions. I like that. I likes that too. So there's quite a few different Masonic forms and organizations beyond the ones that you really hear about a lot of times. And when those doors are open to you that way, it's different. That's the truth. When those doors are open to you, it's just a different feel. It really is. And that's the beauty that I like. That's the joy that I get out of it. I can't talk about what other people get out of it or what they think, but that's what I get out of it. I believe that when you are positively confirmed and backed up and by other brothers of the craft or even sisters of the order, when you're in that mode, it's a beautiful thing. You know, I was, yesterday at our conversation I had with my grand matron, she she has, I told you she got all these symbols on the back of her vehicle. And I was talking to her and I'm like, she's I could talk about everything on there. And I can open every house on there. I'm like, golly. And I would say she better than me. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not gonna even touch it. I ain't gonna even touch it. That's the honest truth. I talk, but I ain't touching it. There's a difference. You can talk, and I get first I'm gonna go and I bag on up, you know. And that she's like that. And I can appreciate that, but I learned so much. See, that's the thing. I learned so much from listening to her because she was asking me the other day, she's like, do you know how to get in the Herons of Jericho? I was like, hell no. Do you know how to get in the Daughters of Spin? Do you? I'm like, I'm coming to your meetings and I'm listening and learning. I ain't no. I'm not coming late. I'm coming on time. I'm not going to be that person at the door trying to guess that it's 18, 20 different knocks. No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, you know. So I say that to say that, I say that to say this. In your journey within the great Masonic alliances, this is what you get. This is what you get, you know, and this is what I enjoy. I can't speak for anybody else, but this is what I enjoy. And I want to give those who are in Freemason that same enjoyment, man. I want them to have that same zeal. If you can remove your emotions out of a lot of situations that happens, and really think logically, you can have a great time in Freemasonry. But a lot of us had not yet learned how to remove our emotions. We get so emotionally bent out of shape over something somebody has said, something somebody has done, until we lose the joy of being a part of this great society of the Freemasons in the Order of the Eastern Star. We just lose it, you know. And to me, that's not how I roll. That's not what I do. So look, I appreciate you joining me today. I appreciate you coming in. If you want to be part of the Zoom, where we actually go in depth and really talk about the degree work, or also the Zoom for the Order of the Eastern Stars, where we really go into it and we really have an open conversation, please, you can hit us up at JGJ AFAM at yahoo.com. Hit us up once again at JGJ AFAM at yahoo.com. We'll make sure that happens for you. If you're trying to join John G. Jones Research Lodge, you have to send proof that you are a Mason, and then we will proceed from there, getting you the information you need in order to become a member. So once again, I appreciate you coming in. I'm not your study guide. I'm just here to help you study. Keep your light on. Stay out the bushes. The higher you climb, the clearer the vision. I'm out.